Hello, good afternoon. For us, it's already afternoon, and welcome to the first December Ask Me Anything about relationship, about life abroad, about creating new habits and being in more productive. And this is Zuzana, and I am experiential life relationship and accountability coach. And maybe you are wondering what's going on? Why am I talking about relationship, about productivity, about life abroad, about habits? And it's because I believe that if we want to be really happy in life and in our relationships, we need to look at all the aspects of our life, because especially for us women, everything is connected. And maybe you have been in the situation when you finally got promoted, but it was the moment when your boyfriend said maybe we should break up, or when you finally nailed your new habit, going to gym twice a week, and then you realized you have to move far away from your favorite gym. So these kind of things are part of our life. It's part of our experience as a human being. And if we really want to be happy, we need to focus on all the aspects of our life. So if you want to have a great relationship, you also need to be happy in your business or work, or you need to work on your habits, because everything influence each other. If you are hating your job, then you come home, it has impact on your relationship. If you are hating how unproductive you are, it will impact your relationship, your business, your relationship with children as well, because we are giving them examples, right? So that's why I'm talking about all these aspects of our life. And today, like, I wanted to share what to do if you have this huge argument with your partner. And hello, who you are watching, and thank you for wishing me happy holidays. I'm wishing you the same. And feel free to jump in with any comments and questions. And before I get your questions, so I just wanted to share about what to do when we have these huge arguments with our partners, because I believe that all of us in a relationship, we have this one topic that we keep coming back to it and having arguments about it. I talk about the big ones, not the small arguments, but the big ones, when you are wondering, like, are we going to survive this? Why we keep arguing about the same things? Does it mean like we are not compatible? These big ones. And me and my husband, we had the argument last week. I am not going to share the details because it's also his part, so I don't want to go in details, but I just wanted to say that all of us, we have these huge arguments, and we have to learn how to deal with them. And I just want to say, it doesn't mean that when we have this big argument that it's the end of the relationship. So I wanted to share like 3 tips that I believe that really work, and I use them every time I am in the argument, and I can see the big difference if I would think of myself like 5 years ago or even 1 year ago, and the way how I deal with the conflicts right now. And if you are expecting some great advice which will be a miracle and it will solve all your arguments, I have to say that probably I will disappoint you, because unfortunately there is no magic bullet, but it's more about like the hard work and getting the practice. So let me go into it. So the number one thing is, like, when you're in the middle of the argument, like, you have all these thoughts in your head, like, fill in the blanks, like whatever you are thinking about your partner or husband, like that he is not doing this, he's not doing that, he always does this, and all these thoughts which are in our head. So what really helps, even though we won't be able to stop all these thoughts because we are in the heat of the argument, but just let's try to remember also the great things about him, what he is really good at. Maybe he's amazing with the children, or maybe he comes every day as early as he can from work home, and all these amazing things, like, let's try to like consciously bring them up, because I know these thoughts about what he's not doing, how terrible is he, they will be there. And I don't think we will be having the power to get rid of them. That's just how it is. But let's like really force ourselves to think of the great things and try to keep it balanced. And if possible, those bad things, don't say it loud. Just keep them in your head because you would reconsider them later on, because you know there are some great things about your partner. Then the second tip, which really helps me, is to look for the 10% in the argument he might be right about. Because usually when we are in the argument, we are like, I am 100% right. Why he keeps doing this? Like he's completely wrong. But there is usually at least 10%. He might have some point. So let's try to think about the 10%. And it's not about changing like the narrative like that, oh, I am wrong, he's right. It's not about that, but it's more about growing and taking the argument as opportunity to grow and learn about ourselves. So like, let's look at it from this perspective. And the third tip, which I really like, is that I believe that it should be, sorry, somebody was just calling me, so I had to hang up the phone. Sorry. Yes, so I declined it, sorry. So the third tip is about not allowing this argument to ruin our day or to ruin our night. I remember those arguments I had with my husband in the beginning of our relationship, when we would go back and forth like the entire night, and we would have no sleep, the night would be ruined, and it's just terrible, right? Like being in negative emotions for a couple of hours, it's just awful. So if you can, and you have this big argument, just try to, like, you argue half an hour and then try to go back to your day. If it's at night, try to go back and sleep. Or if it's during the day, try to do the work you were planning to do, or try to do something you love. And I know like it's impossible to switch. If you are about to sleep, you will still probably lie in the bed for half an hour, 1 hour, thinking about the argument, spinning those wheels in your head, but eventually you will fall asleep. Same with during the day. Like you will be still thinking about the argument, but just like try to start doing something else, because you don't want this argument to ruin your day. Remember, it's your choice. So just to summarize, and I see there are some new people watching, so most welcome. And if you have any questions about relationship, lives, habits, productivity, feel free to drop them in the chat. I will be super happy to answer. So just to summarize, like I would like to share, like if you have these big arguments with your partner, just remember to bring up those great things you love about him. Look for the 10% which might be right on his side in the argument, and continue in your day. And as you know, as I said, like it's no magic bullet. There is not one magic trick which will make all your arguments amazing or disappear. That's not how a relationship works. If I told you like this is the one thing you have to do and then all your problems will disappear, I would be lying. And I am not the type of coach. Like I am the type of coach which shares what really works. And if you love what I share, that it's based on real experience and not theory, you are in the right place. So I think that's all for today. It was fun. I hope you are having wonderful December. Just maybe a quick reminder, it doesn't mean that 2022 is over and we should give up. So let's finish this year strong. If you have been working on your habits, keep it strong up to the end of the year. Don't postpone it for the New Year's resolution. If you have been working on yourself, keep doing it. Take the time to rest, do the reflection, and let's start 2023 super strong. And I am here for you on Instagram. I'm going live every other Tuesday. So if you have any questions, like you can just drop them in the chat and I will answer in 2 weeks. And I am also super curious, like, where are you watching from or who are you? So feel free just to message me and let's talk. So have a wonderful day, and I wish you sunny or snowy day and have fun.